Grand Rising. Great day, great day, great day. Okay. Today is November 28th. It's a Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I am actually running late. Had an appointment at 6:30. A medical appointment. And now online at the appointment schedule, the earliest was 6:30, and I'm thinking, that's so doable. I got up and had to be to work at 5:30, between 5:30 and 6:30 every day. It's no problem. I mean, just recently, so I don't have to readjust. It's no problem. I woke up at 4, forgot all about the appointment, and went back to sleep. See, this is why when your body wakes up naturally, you should just get up. This is talking to myself. Okay. This is why I should have just got my ass up. So I went back to sleep, and then I woke up like at 6:30. Right when my alarm went off. Why my alarm is going off at 6:30 when I gotta be at the place at 6:30, I don't know. Why I gotta be at the place at 6:30 when they don't open until 7? The earliest appointment was 6:30, but they don't open until 7. But it is 7:01. So in my mind, I was thinking, well, you just get there early and be out there when they open up the building, when the nurses and stuff come in. No, I'm still late for my appointment. Not good. Not a good feeling at all. Anyways. So, this is where I'm headed to. And what was I thinking about? Cannabis. I wanted to do a video. Because I said I'm going to do a video every day. So now I'm doing a video every day. So let me... First, I was like, well, I'm going to talk about what's on my mind. Then I was like, well, no, because you ain't got to share everything. Not everything. Okay? And I be having a lot on my mind. A lot that cannot be shared. Oh, my gosh. By the way, this is also why you don't fucking record while you're driving unless you have one of those things, the selfie stick or something, some shit to hold the fucking camera. Okay. So we're on the highway now. So we gonna chill the fuck out. Okay. Yep, I'm going to set the camera just like this because you can hear my voice and you don't need to see my face while you hear my voice. The message is in the voice. Okay, cannabis. Okay, so I'm going to have some dental surgery coming up. Like, I just know it because wisdom teeth got to come out. I'm sure I got like a cavity somewhere. Nothing has been paining me. But then I have, like, the decay on the front 2 bottom teeth, right? So, I'm like, something's got to be done with that stuff. And then maybe I'll have to be put under anesthesia. I don't know, anesthesia. Did I say that right the first time? I don't know. I felt like my lips got a little stuck together. That ever happen? You get a little ba-ba-ba. Your mouth get a little lazier than your mind and the words just don't come out right. Okay, anyway. So, what I have been reading and hearing and seeing is that anesthesia and weed don't mix. Fun fact, back in the day they used to use cannabis as an anesthesia, as a type of anesthesia. But okay, there is a eulogy, doctor. Why is it saying eulogy instead of... Okay, maybe that was oncology. It was another kind of way. I couldn't see that billboard. But I mean, that billboard. But he was fine. Anyway. Anesthesia and cannabis don't mix. So apparently the cannabis blocks the anesthesia's effectiveness, and they would have to administer more, higher doses. And you know, see, that's the thing, because cannabis is illegal federally, right? And because it had been legal state to state, now that's not the case. But because it had been, right, nobody wanted to go and tell the doctor, when the doctor's like, do you smoke? The question you answer is about cigarettes. The question the doctor is asking is about anything that's going in your body that can possibly have adverse effects with the treatment that they're going to give you, or that they can possibly give you. But in our mind, the patient mind, they're like, no, I'm not going to incriminate myself. No, I don't do that. No. Do I smoke cigarettes? Yes. No. You know, you're not answering about weed. And then you have some doctors that ask specifically, do you smoke cannabis? Do you smoke weed? Have you smoked marijuana? And most people, no. By most people, I am one of them. Like, no. But now I know that is not the way to go, because the doctor is not going to call the police because you smoke weed. They're not even going to call the police because you use some sort of actual fucking narcotic and not like a herb that's on the narcotics list. Okay? Okay. So now if there is like child abuse, or if there is a murder or a gunshot situation, then they have to call the authorities, the proper authorities. But they're not calling them for weed. You know what I'm saying? And if the fact that you smoke weed goes into your permanent medical record, I'm sure like the crooked people within the legal system will find some way to use that against you. But I just really can't see how that can be used against you in any situation in your possible future. Okay? So just let the doctors know that you smoke weed so that they can give you the proper dosage, or, you know, instruct you to do something else, because they may have to tell you to like lay off of weed for a while and they like postpone the surgery. If they have to go ahead with the surgery, they may give you a different dosage, give you a different anesthesia, or go a different way about the thing, because if you get high, the anesthesia medicine is not going to be as effective. It's going to take more to knock you out. Okay? They're going to have to give you higher doses. And anesthesia medicine, look, stuff that the FDA say is safe is not always safe. Okay? There's a whole lot of other stuff there. Stuff that they say is safe is not always safe. Anesthesia will fuck you up if you get too much, if they give you too much, okay? It can have adverse effects. And to be honest, because I've smoked since I was a teenager, and the only times that I have stopped smoking weed or cigarettes is when I was pregnant. Well, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, thank God. Woo! Okay, beat that one. Not trying to go back, but that was a whole journey in itself. But anyway, I am a weed smoker, and I have smoked regularly since about the age 13. Okay, so when I had my kids, when I went to give birth, I did not want to look. I thought about a natural birth leading up, and then I said, oh, that pain hit, and I said, oh, no. No. So, you know, big up to all the women who did it natural. by choice, because, woo, sister, you strong. You's a goddess, okay? All right. But the medicines, it was not as effective. And I did not realize at the time that that could possibly be the reason why. But it wasn't as effective. Like, they gave me the epidural, right? Shot a freaking pin filled with stuff in my spine. And my legs went numb, right? I still felt the cramps. I still felt every bit. I mean, like, every bit of delivery. With my oldest, they put pain medicine in my IV. And so they was like, we can't give you a lot of this right here, but here's a shitload of this right here. So that had me all loopy, and that was great. And I'm glad, like, my daughter is 23 now, and she has no, like, effects from it. But studying later, I'm like, damn, I could have fucked her brain up with all that medicine and the baby's developing mind. Because, you know, they was up in that medicine. Every little whimper, they turned that IV up. And I'm like, I wasn't even in pain anymore, but they was like, give her more. Give her more. I was so loopy and out of it. I was just like, oh my gosh. With my second, it was just the epidural. It wasn't much medicine in the IV, and I felt a great deal of it. With my third, my son, oh my gosh, he was coming so fast. I went from, like, contractions every 20 minutes, every 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, we gotta go to the hospital. By the time I got to the hospital, it was constant back to back. They was like, hurry up, get her in a room, let's check her. And then the doctor shoved his whole fucking fist up my vagina. And they was like, oh, he's right there. It's gonna be no time, mommy. That baby's about to come. Then he left out, the nurse came back in and went to examine me and was like, there's his head right there. Oh no, we don't have time to do anesthesia. So, yeah, he was completely, like, not even an IV drip. And that was every bit of painful. Okay? But you know what is so crazy? Like, mommies, maybe, you know, you can relate. After the pain is over, you forget about the pain. Like, I remember the emotional part of it. I remember that there was pain. I remember, like, screaming. I remember the nurse coming in telling me that I was too loud and I was, like, scaring other patients. Like, so the fuck what? Like, understand that this might be what you're in for, okay? This was about to happen to your body. This shit hurts. I remember those things, but the actual pain itself, when I think about it, I cannot feel the pain. Like, when I think about it, I cannot think about the level of pain. Like, it is gone from my memory. I do not remember the pain at all, which is amazing. But I think that is, like, nature's way of tricking us women into having more babies. But anyway, the anesthesia did not take, and then the last one, baby girl, that was like a completely pleasant experience. The anesthesiologist just got a raise. He got a promotion and was going to work for a cardiologist. So he was excited. The nurse was fresh on the shift, so she was excited. The night crew had a good night. So, like, I got there right at a transition point, and everybody was just happy and nice, and nobody had their attitudes, and it won't like the, what is the name of that doctor show? Grey's Anatomy, with all the drama and stuff. Every time we go into the doctor's office, we're like looking for the drama. Okay? It happens. Just like every workplace in the hospital, They got that type of drama, and it be juicy. Anyway, there was no drama going on. Like, it was nothing negative. So everything was peaceful and serene and sweet. Maybe that could have had something to do with it too, because for her, for that last delivery, I don't remember it being like a horrible experience. I don't remember it being too little anesthesia, too much anesthesia. Nobody had an attitude. Everything was great. I still smoked leading up to me finding out that I was pregnant with the youngest. I didn't smoke at all. With my oldest, I was 18 and I was like, fuck you, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. My baby's gonna be safe. People done smoked all this damn time and everybody came out good. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the 80s. My mama was probably always high. And I'm here and everything is good. So I still smoked with my oldest. With my second, my best friend was right there, the nurse, and she was like, you ain't gonna smoke. And then I turned 21 when I was like 4 months pregnant with her. And I actually asked the doctor, like, can I take a drink for my 21st birthday? And they were like, okay, 4 ounces of something will be okay. And, you know, make sure that's the only time you like ever drink during this pregnancy, and even after, if you're planning to breastfeed. So, you know, I took that one shot of, what the fuck was that? Hypnotic. That was my freaking drink at the time. Hypnotic. People was still drinking like Hypnotic and Hennessy, the Incredible Hulk. And I just wanted the Hypnotic. I'm like, I've never been like big on doing what everybody else was doing. It got to a point where I was like, if everybody else is doing, maybe I want to go the other way. Maybe I want to do something else. So I'm thinking, like, with the information that I've been getting about cannabis and anesthesia and how they work or don't work together, that is my personal experience that I think I can look back and say, maybe that's true. Because with my youngest, I wasn't smoking and everything was, you know, it was relatively great. And with my other ones, I was smoking. My son, for this particular conversation, it don't matter because I didn't have anesthesia with him at all, or like painkillers. Okay. But, you know. So, and all of my kids are intelligent. Like, you know, they have great minds, great functioning minds. Never had like a learning disability or anything like that. Didn't struggle in school except maybe like some emotional stuff or something like that. I homeschooled for a while, so when my youngest 3 went back to school, my oldest 2, one of my concerns was that because they missed the social part for those years, that they would be mostly concerned with that, getting back around kids their age and stuff. But as far as, like, no teachers ever complained. They were in, like, honors classes and stuff like that. So it didn't fuck with their brain. If it had any other effects, I don't know yet. To be honest, I'm still waiting to see. Waiting to learn, if any, what effects it could have had on me for my mom doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm older, more years have passed by. I talk about long-term studies, right? Like, what effects that I'm feeling in my life now could have come from that. And it's possible that part of it is the fact that, like, I feel like I need to smoke. So I don't know if that's, like, trauma from underdeveloped endocannabinoids, like prenatal, postnatal. like, while my mom was pregnant with me, after she had me, growing up smoking, like I said, I started at 13, so definitely my frontal lobe was not fully developed yet when I started smoking. That maybe had some sort of effect on, some adverse effects on my endocannabinoid system now, and why cannabis works so well for me, as long as I'm smoking the right strand and at the right doses. But yeah, so to sum this up, make sure you let your doctor know if you're going to be under anesthesia or any type of, because there are other medicines that have adverse effects to cannabis. Let your doctor know. Just let your doctor know so that y'all can do this care thing together, and like, you can have the best treatment for you and for your body, right? And another thing, I was watching the movie slash documentary movie about the opioid epidemic, right? And how that started with Purdue. Like, make sure that you do your research on the medicine, and make sure your doctor is not just prescribing something to you because it is popular, or because they go get a lot of kickback from the insurance companies or something for for prescribing you those particular medicines, right? That is so important, because there are a lot of things that go into people's decisions, and doctors are people, with all of human emotions and everything, like, regardless of the oath that they took. And humans can always rationalize away the harm that they do unintentionally. Like, it may not be your intention to do harm, but by doing that action, if you are aware that it could be harmful to someone else, you have a responsibility to go another route, to not continue on that path, right? But a lot of people, for whatever reasons, because sometimes the reward is greater, they would ignore the possible harm and scream ignorance, right? Like, they just didn't know, it wasn't their intentions, but you still have a responsibility because you do actually know. So, like, you really have to take your own health care into your own hands, right? You have to take it into your own hands. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Now, there's a lot of good doctors out there, right? And, you may luck up and get a couple, but you should still, and even those good doctors will let you know, like, you should take it into your own hands. They will work together with you and listen to what you say about what's going on with your body, and they will pull from the background knowledge that they have, and from their engineering skills, investigation skills, and all of that stuff, and they will use all of that information to put together the best treatment for you. Okay? But you have to be honest about what you consume. Foods, herbs, any type of remedies, not just the medicines that you get from the drugstore, right? You have to let them know about everything, because you don't know, it could have some adverse effects, and you want to know that before they prescribe you something, or before you leave up out of there and they got to go back, be like, this ain't gonna work. Okay, so let your doctor know. They'll have to use a lot more anesthesia if you're smoking weed. Don't smoke if you're gonna have to be put under, because it won't work great. Okay? And if you have any deep dark secrets, like, I've been looking at these videos, these people under anesthesia, and a lot of them probably don't smoke weed, but people get loopy and say some crazy stuff, like, even the little kids, and I'm imagining that the little kids are not smoking weed or, like, eating edibles or nothing like that, and they come out their mouth with some crazy stuff. So, I don't know, but you may want to take that into account and do some sort of, like, internal work or something, clear your mind or something, before you go under, if you got some deep dark secrets, some skeletons in your closets that you don't want to get out. And I'm just saying, like, it don't make you a bad person, or you don't have to have done anything, like, horrible to have things that you don't want people to know about, to have things that you don't want to just be like broadcasted openly to like the public, you know, not even in your doctor's office, okay? And, you know, once you under, I don't know how much control you really have over your mind. So just be mindful of that too. All right, so I'm at this place now, and I've been just sitting out here like talking to you guys for about 5 minutes, and it is 7:25 right now. So I am going in. Oh my goodness, and this video has been going for 25 minutes and 35, 36, 37 seconds. Okay. Oh, look at lips wiped. I'm gonna put some chapstick on. All right, peace, guys. Hopefully I can still go in and everything will be great. Woo-hoo. Peace, love, hair grease. Bye.